Hi, Miss Stevens class. Welcome to Hogwarts School of Science.
Okay, guys, all you need for this experiment are things that you already have in your house. So on the left-hand side here, we have a regular glass of water. This is just a normal glass with some water about 1/3 of the way up. And that there's nothing special about that water. We didn't add anything to it or change anything. It just came right out of our sink in the kitchen. And then in the background there, you see a piece of paper. We used just regular computer paper and drew 2 arrows on there. Notice that both of them point in the same direction. So they're both pointing to the right. You could make yours point to the left if you want. They can be whatever color you want. But the key is that those should both point in the same direction. And one of the arrows should be low enough that it's below where the water will be if I slide this over, and one of them's up above. So what we're going to do is just see what happens when we make the light that's allowing us to see those arrows go through the cup before we put it into our eyes so we can see things. So we're looking at it right now, and look at those arrows, right? They both point to the right. And then the bottom one points to the left, right? And the top one's still pointing to the right, but the bottom one's pointing to the left. Okay, so in just a second, we're going to have Olivia explain how she thinks this was done, and then you'll have an opportunity to pause the video so you can talk with each other about how you think it works, and then we'll talk about how it really works.
I think that the arrow flips because the water makes it look like it's flipping the different way.
Okay, guys, let's talk about how the glass of water flips the arrow around. So if we picture the arrow like this, and it's pointing to the right, and then you are sitting in front of it looking at the arrow. So we're going to pretend that this is your head or your eye right there. In order for you to see the light, the light has to come from the arrow and hit your eye. So it would do a path like that. And where it hits your eye, the pointed end is to the right and the other end is to the left. And that's the same way it was when you saw it before I put the water in front. But now if you put the glass of water in the middle, so we're going to put a glass of water like this, when the light comes from the pointed end, it moves forward just like it was before, but when it hits the glass, it gets refracted. That's a word that means the light gets bent. And so the water and the glass together bend the light. So it goes over this way. And then the light coming from the other end, we're going to use this cool sparkly color. The light coming from the back of the arrow comes like this, just like it was before. But then when it hits the glass, it gets refracted and it bends this way. And so you can see when it gets to your eye down at the bottom, the light that was at the back of the arrow is to the right, and the light that was at the pointy end or the point of the arrow is on the left, and so it's flipped. And that's why it works that way. Now, there's lots of cool experiments you could try. The first thing I would try is different shapes of cups. So does it matter that it's a circle cup versus a square cup? Another thing you could try is see if the temperature of the water matters. You could try like different objects. So instead of the arrow, you could switch it and make it something like write an E and see if it flips the E backwards, or try different letters, that sort of thing. So there's lots of fun you could have experimenting with this and seeing how it works. I hope you guys had fun.
I hope you had fun. I can't wait to see you on our next Zoom.